This Premier League weekend has it all: a West London derby, a top 4 6-pointer at Anfield, and some must-win clashes for clubs already under pressure. But who's going to rise? Who is going to slip? Let's break it all down. Welcome back to the Offside Trap, where we break down the game one trap at a time. The Premier League is back this weekend with a massive Matchweek 3 lineup. And we've got some cracking fixtures. Liverpool versus Arsenal at Anfield is the headline, but there is plenty more to sink our teeth into. Chelsea hosts Fulham in West London, which is actually a derby. City travel to Brighton. United are desperate for points at home against Burnley. In this video, I'll run through all 10 fixtures, possibly some tactical battles to watch, key players, and of course, my predictions. So let's dive into it. All right, let's get on to the first game that we have to watch today. I think it's Chelsea versus Fulham. Chelsea are looking for a little bit more stability after a little bit of a underwhelming day for them with, the Garnacho signing for the fan base and possibly the Xavi Simons signing falling through and going towards Tottenham. It has been a little bit of an underwhelming day for the fans of Chelsea Football Club. However, with also understanding Palmer is not going to be playing in this game and the possibility of maybe Moises Caicedo also being out in this game, there is a little bit of nervousness around the Chelsea fans. I can say that truly because I am a Chelsea fan as well. We are going against a really good Fulham side who are quite compact. Marco Silva is a really good manager. They're pretty good in transition, very dangerous in set pieces. But in saying all of that, I think I expect Chelsea to dominate. I expect Chelsea to dominate possession, but I think it will be close. My prediction for the game would be about 1-0 to Chelsea, but I wouldn't actually rule out a draw as well, knowing what has happened in the past 24 to 48 hours as well. The next game on the cards is Manchester United versus Burnley. United are severely under pressure, and Ruben Amorim is, I don't know, I think he has bipolar disorder or something. I don't know what it is. It's like Jekyll and Hyde, right? Like some days he wants to leave, some days he wants to stay. He said it himself as well. Burnley can be quite stubborn defensively, and they can be dangerous from set pieces. And Bayendier and Andre Onana, whoever they choose for this game, is gonna struggle a little bit in set pieces. And I think the key for United in this game would be patience and hopefully trying to generate some good movement in the final third. And I think they might find some good opportunities to actually score and try and win this game and inject some confidence into the team. So because of that, I am predicting a 2-1 nil at Old Trafford. I don't think they will keep a clean sheet here. Then we go on to Sunderland versus Brentford. Sunderland seems to be a little bit of a scrappy team at the moment, and Brentford's high press and they create plenty as well. I think it will be a pretty open game, being watching these two teams in the last couple of game weeks and so on and so forth. So I think there will be chances at both ends, but I am gonna go with Brentford 2-1. But you never know, Sunderland might be able to nick a point in this game as well. But Brentford 2-1 is my prediction. Tottenham versus Bournemouth. Spurs has had a really, really moral boosting 24 hours with the likes of Xavi Simons joining them. And, the fan base, he has some reinvigorated belief in the team as well, with Thomas Frank doing a stellar job. I've always loved Thomas Frank, and I think he can go right to the top as well. I think Spurs' record against Bournemouth is quite strong as well. I expect a dominant performance from Tottenham Hotspur, with really good wide play coming from possibly your Kuduses and so on and so forth. Richarlison has started the season quite well. And I think Bournemouth will rely on their counterattacks because Iraola isn't a mug either. I think Iraola is a really good manager as well. However, I'm predicting a 3-1 Tottenham win in this game. Um, Next game on the cards is Wolves versus Everton. Wolves can be tough at home, but I think Everton are really improving their record away from home. And I think Everton are really good value for money this year. They're playing really good. They've been impressive this season, and I think it will be a really physical sort of tactical midfield battle going on within Everton between Wolves and Everton. However, I do think that Everton might nick a win here. I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Everton in this game. Next, we got Leeds versus Newcastle. Leeds, I think, create quite good, but they really struggle in the final third. Newcastle, I feel like they will be quite efficient. They haven't had any luck or points on the board as of right now. Maybe 1 point. I think the first game was a draw against Villa. They are quite lethal in transition. Their midfield is quite good. They have a few injuries at the moment, but I think this game they will come good because Leeds are terrible at the moment. So I think with the signing of Nick Voldemort, uh, so I think Newcastle will have a little bit more confidence and a little bit about them with regards to this game. And I think Newcastle will win this about 2-0, 3-0, or I think definitely 2-0 or 3-0. Brighton versus Manchester City. It might be one of the most fun games to watch this weekend because Brighton, they just their all out attack, right? That's just the way they play. So I think they will be brave, and I think City might have to do something crazy because they do lack something in defense at the moment. So I believe there will be chances at both ends. I expect goals in this game, so I'm predicting a City win, however, but I think it would be something like a 3-2 in this game. Then we have Nottingham Forest versus a struggling West Ham. This is pretty simple to really break down. Forest at home, really strong. West Ham are crap. Uh, there is nothing to it. Easy win for Nottingham Forest, 2-0. No problem at all. Regardless whether Nuno is here or not, doesn't really matter. Nottingham Forest beat them and beat them quite convincingly as well. Then we come to the main event of the evening. We got Liverpool. We got Arsenal. This could turn out to be a blockbuster game as well. Arsenal are missing Havertz, Saka, and possibly Odegaard, but they are adding in Eberici Eze, which is a really good player. They also had a really good 24 hours with Jakob Kivio leaving and Hincapi coming on as well. So, and there is a lot of belief in the Arsenal fan base at the moment, thinking they might be able to nick a win at Anfield. And I don't think that's a mad prediction from their end as well. So I think there might be something to be said over here with Gyökeres scoring 2 goals in the other game as well. But and Liverpool's defense being a little bit here or there, you know what I mean, a little bit cagey these past couple of games. However, Liverpool's attack is just phenomenal. However, I do think Arsenal need to have a little bit of composure in midfield, but I think this would be a really interesting game to watch. In saying that, I think because Liverpool's firepower is so good and it is at Anfield, and I do know, Mikel Arteta will play a little bit more intelligently with a more counter-attacking sort of style. And also, even if they're losing, we know Slot will always try to go for the win. That's just his way of playing football. So I think it will be a classic. It will be a game for the ages. In saying that, I think this will be a draw because I think everything will cancel each other out and it will be like a draw. That's just what I feel like. Then we got Villa versus Crystal Palace. Villa need a win badly. Villa definitely need a win badly. It's a little bit of a late kickoff as well. Palace might rotate due to Europe. Villa can be sharp on the break, but Villa has been poor, man. Really, really poor. Uh, However, I'm expecting a Palace win in this game because I feel like Oliver Glasner is just a phenomenal coach. And I do think Unai Emery might be a little bit under pressure, and there might be a chance where we might see the end of Unai Emery at Villa this season. So, my prediction for this game would be 2-1 Crystal Palace. I know they've lost Eberechi Esse. There might be a chance they might not play Mark Guehi, but I still am a little bit more confident with Crystal Palace at the moment. So I'm going to go with the Palace 2-1 victory. So that's all the games that we have for you guys today, and I hope that I've made a lot of sense for you guys to understand where my thought processes are coming from. And yeah, basically that's a wrap for match week 3 of the Premier League. There might be plenty of stories for us to talk about in the preview of this match week. Will Chelsea come up trumps? Maybe Arsenal might finally lose a top 6 game. We don't know. It's an incredible match week just before I think the international break as well. Let me know your predictions in the comments below and who will take the win at Anfield, will Liverpool or Arsenal? So thanks again for watching the Offside Trap, where we break down the game and match weeks one trap at a time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you after the weekend for the reactions.